Hey guys, welcome to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast, where we like to talk to other working men about sports. And if you aren't a man, who
Who
cares?
cares?
Welcome to the show. We got Zach, we got John, the analyst. We are going to talk some NBA talk. And John, what do you got for us, man, about the NBA? What do you got going on here? I mean, I know it's been there's been records being broken a little early in the year. Tell us a little bit about that. Who did that exactly?
We
and
have
what exactly was so
Jesus.
spectacular about it?
We have Russell Westbrook. He has the most triple doubles in the NBA ever,
NBA history.
NBA history, hands down. 200 of them. He got it last night playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. He had 10 rebounds, 14 assists, and 12 points off the bench.
That's
with 32
huge.
minutes being played. That is huge, especially coming off the bench getting a triple-double. But if anyone was going to do it, it was going to be Westbrook. I'm glad to see him actually doing pretty good this year. Better than the last couple of years that he had roughly in the league. He's been having a rough go these last couple of years with the stunt with the Lakers and the Clippers. And I'm actually finally glad to see him get his groove. Like I feel like
weren't they calling him West Brick?
They were.
Makes sense.
Dude was like launching threes like for days, and it was not good.
Shooter.
No, he's not. And that's one thing that I felt like when he was with LA Clippers and with the Lakers, they had guys that could go to the hole. They didn't have any shooters, so they was trying to transform him into a 3-point shooter, which he's not. But he's doing great so far this year for himself and coming back. He's 36 years old, 10 points, averaging 10 points, averaging 4 rebounds and 6 assists on the season. So
what's his field goal percentage?
35.7. So that's pretty decent.
It's all right. And we'll see how long he can carry him.
And he's coming off the bench.
I mean, do you believe that he's actually back, or do you believe this is just a thing that's like, oh, it happened, it'll go back to being Westbrook, and the old Westbrook is gone? Or do you think this is a revived time for him with Denver, and maybe they win a ring, they're going to run?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, like John said, he's 36. I mean, this is probably where he's going to end. I mean, it's just an interesting situation for me because, like, Denver, I don't think they were expecting, to go through all the, Jamal Murray having the yips for whatever reason. But, I mean, Westbrook playing like this is big for him right now. I mean, if they want to be taken seriously. But, is he going to keep putting up triple-doubles off the bench? I don't think so. But, I mean, if they can get him to just be consistent, like 12, 15, I mean, he's not going to be in the sixth-man running, but, I mean, he'll be one of the more serviceable in the West because the West is a freaking wild West right now. As it
is. Are the Wolves number one right now?
No, the Golden State Warriors.
Golden State Warriors number one, and everybody was erasing them off the board, saying that they were done.
I was one of those people.
Oh, same.
They're washed up. They're no good anymore. They had.
I wouldn't say they're washed up, but it's like you look at their roster and it's like you just have Steph Curry.
Well, getting rid of Klay Thompson actually worked out for them. I feel like
it did. It really did. I mean, they're sitting in the top of the West with 10-3. I mean, they still have a long season left to go. But they are actually that's one of the teams that actually shocked me so far in this opening was Golden State Warriors. I didn't have them up there at all. I had them being around like an 8-7 team right now, not a 10-3. So they are coming out on fire. I don't know how long that fire is going to last.
Interesting, because like outside of Steph, like their best scorer right now is Buddy Hield, which that's another thing. I don't think anyone saw that. I mean, we know Buddy can shoot, and that's the thing. Like, being in a Warriors team helps him because he's around Steph, who's such a great shooter. And, yeah, when you got two guys that can shoot in high volume like that, and, like, Buddy Hield is always – I mean, anywhere he goes, he's been productive.
He has, which I don't know why his career has been so played down, I felt like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, dude's always been, like, a baller, nonstop. Wherever he goes, he's getting ball out.
Oh, he was ball. I mean, I loved him when he was still with Oklahoma. I was like, this guy's going to be a scorer wherever he goes, and he's proven it. Like,
oh yeah, he's definitely a true one. Which something I wish that in the offseason. I wish my Lakers would have pushed for him, but
But speaking of your Lakers, though, they got that rookie over there. What is his name?
Dalton Connect.
Connect three.
Connect 3.
Connect 3. Is that what they're
Connect
saying?
He's
3.
a dog, man. I like that guy.
Did you know
Went off at 37.
30? And he tied it. It says that they tied a record for a rookie most points, right? Was that
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
it
he hit 9 threes. Yeah, he's impressive.
was? Wow.
He was snapped last night when that happened. But yeah, he's much as impressive. And like LeBron James was saying in his interview last year, everyone was calling me a liar about Dalton Connect and watching him play at Tennessee. I am not a liar. This man's the truth. He was like 16 teams passed on him.
Well, and the cool thing about it is when I'm reading right now, is that he also played 2 years before that in Northern Colorado, was putting up like 20-something points a game, and then did the same thing at Tennessee on a higher level. So for LeBron James to call that out, they asked him about it, and he said that how he feels about getting him, and he said that the other 16 teams that passed on him fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what he said, and I'm like, well, yeah. So my question to you two, whoever you guys can pick, whoever wants to answer first, is: do you think that this is what the Lakers need to maybe make a championship run this year?
I don't think he's the only thing that they need. I'll go on it.
Because they're sitting at 10-4 right now.
They are sitting at 10-4 and second in their conference with Golden State right above them by a game and a half. But I would say no, they need a big man. They really like Anthony Davis is a good big man, but besides him, they have no one else. They literally
MVP
have
numbers right now.
Oh, he is very much putting up MVP numbers. Like I would take him as my MVP so far as of this year. But besides him, who else do they have down in the post? They have no one.
It's great. Yeah.
I heard that Dwight Howard's available.
No,
London Tigers.
if I was gonna go with the guy who's a free agent, I'll probably go with DeMarcus Cousins. The reason why I said that because he can
When's
shoot.
the last time he's played ball?
He's not playing anymore, is he?
No, he's a free agent. I don't think so, unless he retired.
I think he's retired. I
would hit him up. I would hit him up.
Dude, I don't know if that guy even plays ball anymore. I mean, if I'm wrong, somebody can let me know in the comments, or somebody wants to Google this thing. But I thought
I can look it up right now.
Yeah, go for that. I thought he retired.
Because the reason why I say that though,
he can shoot. Body.
He can shoot, and he can rebound, and he can play defense. He might not be the best defender, but he can rebound and he can shoot.
And the Lakers do got to be careful with Anthony Davis because he is injury prone. But I think having the rookie though does help take some pressure off of that. I mean, especially don't get me wrong, it's one game, 37 points. That's still impressive. And if he can keep it up, it looks like his whole college career was consistency. Maybe he can bring the same energy to the Lakers. I mean, like I said, they're sitting at 10-4, and I don't know, Zach. What do you think, man?
The Lakers do need a lot more. I mean, the West, like I said, the West is just absolutely ridiculous right now. Like five teams at the top, or 4 or 5 with like identical records that are just like, and even you got teams like the Wolves who shaky right now, but I mean, they're going to probably be in it.
Like, you think they'd make a run? I mean, they got a good squad.
Yeah. I think the Lakers just need like a big. I don't think it's going to be DeMarcus. I think also like they just need more production from guys like Connect and Reeves, because you can tell LeBron now he's in his mode where he's like, I'm just going to put up triple doubles. Like I don't need to score. I mean, he can score if he needs to. But
yeah.
But look at like they now have D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench. He's no longer in the starting 5.
Yeah, but that guy needs to go if you're Lakers. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. I'll send him off in a trade package. I would try to get someone like Miles Turner.
He'll need to be in a trade package because he's not going single. I'll tell you that right now.
I'll try to get Miles Turner from Indiana.
They'd be asking for a lot.
They would be. I mean, if you're looking for a backup center, maybe go after Bola or Mo Bamba.
Could.
He's on Philly, right?
Who? Oh, Mo Bamba?
Think so.
No, Andre Drummond's out there in Philly.
That's right. Yep.
Can't remember I saw Mo Bamba, but I know he's playing on a team right now because they asked him about sitting out after got injured or something like that the other day. He said, "No, I'm not Joel."
Didn't he say something about like if they could win a championship if he took every other game off or something?
Yeah,
Joel.
I
which
can't remember. Was it
And
something
now,
like that?
yeah, he
I
said
saw something about it today.
he said we can make a strong playoff run and run a championship if I don't play back to back games. And right now that team is sitting at 2-9.
they're awful.
Jeez.
Like
I mean, your best player is your rookie that you just drafted from Duke.
Jared McCain, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we ever find out what happened to DeMarcus Cousins?
Oh, I looked it up. He last played for the Taiwan Beer Leopards last year.
Wow.
That is quite the basketball name, the Taiwan Beer Leopards.
It is. And he's 34.
Yeah. I mean, some team might take a chance on him. If the Lakers are serious, I don't think that they should go after a guy who hasn't played in the NBA since 2022.
Greg Oden. I'm playing. I'm joking.
No.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Greg
I'm
Oden
joking.
with his
Jesus Christ.
freaking bionic knees and all. God.
No,
That's definitely a what if story. But
no, that is.
Yeah.
the shift from the Lakers, because like I said, the rookie helps. They got to find a big man that they're on short staff there, and then you're talking about LeBron can score,
LeBron
But-
can score anytime he wants to.
He can.
but the wear and tear on the body though. I mean, and to keep doing it over and over, it's gonna get tired. He's gonna gas.
Like you're gonna need guys. You're gonna need guys that can get you those late buckets, and you got to have guys that are willing to. I mean, to step up. And can Reeves and Connect be those guys? Maybe we'll find out.
That's
Definitely
true.
be interested. And here's another one. This is the shift from the Lakers. You look at the standings and like it's early. Now the Cat trade, right? And I'm looking at the Knicks. The East is weak, but they're number 4, sitting at 8-6. The Timberwolves are sitting at 8-6, and the 7 stronger. Do you think that if we had Cat in Minnesota, that we would be maybe in the top 2 or 3?
I would say early on, yes, just because that connection was there. You had that relationship built. You're not sitting there building new relationships out there on the court. It's different when, especially it's different when you have a guy like what's his name that we got from the Knicks,
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle. I don't know why I'm about thinking Mason Rudolph. Oh God.
Football.
Or Zach Rudolph.
Smart.
Zach Rudolph. I'm sorry, but
Zach
Julius
Randolph?
Randle. Yeah, Zach Randle. That's all I was thinking of. But Julius Randle,
Zebo.
who can play with the ball in his hands. Like he can be a big point guard if you really want him to put him in it. When you had Cat who couldn't do that, like Cat was more off the ball than Julius Randle is. So it's like we're making the transitions where you have two players now who almost at all the time has to have the ball in their hands to make a play. You have to learn how to play with that with Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, because it's like you're no longer having a guy running the baseline. You have a guy who's running with the ball in his hand. You have another guy who's probably standing in the corner looking like, okay, I'm going to let him do his thing, instead of saying, okay, I need to get open.
Well, and I think, and this is just me, I feel like he definitely has a more of a, I don't want to say this in a mean way. I feel like Cat was kind of a head case at times.
I mean,
Like if he didn't get his way on the court, like he'd start freaking out, not getting back on defense if he didn't get his foul. And then he would get in his own way, and then things would just kind of crumble. I feel like maybe with Julius Randle, we have more of a, how can you say,
There's a veteran
incentive.
presence.
Yeah, a veteran presence is more incentive to do more. It was going to challenge you more and not worry about the refs and just keep playing.
we'll say the problem.
Yeah, go for it, Zach.
Oh, sorry. I would say the problem with Julius Randle though is like you were saying, John, how like he can play with the ball. I feel like the fact that the Wolves have two playmakers like Ant and him, it's led to more turnovers, and that's been a problem for the Wolves. Like the Wolves need to stop turning the ball over.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anybody know how many turnovers we average a game?
I don't
Pull that
know.
up here. Hold on, real quick.
It's been tough. I mean, I work for them, so I freaking get to see it every
Come on,
night,
Zach. You
but
should know this off the top of your head.
I know. No, it's just you can't drop games to teams like Portland. Like that's just me though. But Portland, of course, I mean they're not slouches either. They're 6-8, so it's like
Hey, it's like that, and maybe it is just the meshing point all over
Yeah.
again.
If I'm correct, we averaged 15 turnovers.
A game?
It says Anthony
Seems
Edwards
low.
Anthony Edwards averages 3.1. Julius Randle averages 2.9. Everyone else's averages 1 after that. Otherwise,
Oh,
Rudy
I'm about to
Gobert's at
find out.
1.8.
We do average 15.4 a game.
That's a lot of turnovers. I mean,
Can't-
it's low,
you
but that's a
cannot-
lot.
You cannot win games that way. And Zach, yeah, you're right, man. With playmakers, the turnovers are like that. And when they're there in that presence, you can't make a run like they did last year. When you got teams in the West that are doing what they do right now. Turn the ball over, Steph Curry, 3, boom. Turn the ball over, LeBron James dunk, boom. Turn the ball over, Jokic, 3, boom. You know what I mean? That's too much to be turning the ball over in the West.
And you look at a team like Boston, right? We all know the East is going through Boston. I mean, the Cavaliers are
Is
playing
it?
great ball right now.
Cleveland's 15-1 right now.
They
I
are,
see.
but their one loss was to Boston.
Was it close?
I believe it.
not really.
Damn.
Well, okay, so Boston got up huge. Cleveland came back, but then Boston kind of slammed the door on them in the fourth. But
Okay.
it was good. I mean, but like it was a case of like Boston just could not miss
Yeah, almost like
Like-
their first game against the Knicks when
against
like,
it was like they could not miss from 3. So when you got a team shooting like they probably were, I gotta look it up, but they were probably shooting at least a little under 50% that night. Like you can't win games when teams are shooting that well.
no,
Yeah,
I mean
it's true.
And the Cleveland, like they weren't gonna like they were gonna run out of gas eventually. But
mhm.
Hey, the Boston.
they only lost by 3.
3.
Never mind.
So it was close.
I thought that it was a lot. Yeah,
I mean,
the Celtics shot 54% from from 3 that night.
wow.
Yeah, you
Wait,
can't
was
do
that
anything.
that game where they were like breaking the record?
No, that was the
Oh, no,
first
that was,
game
that
against
was
the
opening
Knicks.
night.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm 15-1 and my only one loss comes to the Celtics, I'm okay with it.
That's what I'm saying. The East is going through the Celtics. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't
Yes,
care if
yeah.
Cleveland is number 1. It's still going through the Celtics. And they're only
They are
averaging
the champs.
and they're only
proven they're
averaging
the class.
they are. And they're only averaging 11 turnovers a game.
Yeah,
Yeah, protecting the ball, which is huge. I mean, some people, teams should do. You learn that from grade school on up. Do not turn the ball over. Don't throw lazy passes across. Don't do anything crazy like that.
Don't try to get too fancy with it. Yep, Julius Randle, he definitely gets lazy with that. One thing that I will say him and Anthony Edwards both do, they launch that thing cross court.
yeah,
Which is you're not supposed to do. That's dangerous.
yep.
Like
I
they
mean, you
just
can learn that in high school.
yeah, it's like
You're not supposed to do that.
is that you can't see the person right there in front of you. Do not launch that thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember just like I said, go back to middle school, junior high. That's one of the first things, when you're on the other side of the key and you're like, you throw that ball across there and you're like, coach already tells you, don't do that. He's like, and I remember he goes, you may see that in the NBA, but we're not the NBA. And even the NBA shouldn't be doing it. And, if you're averaging 15, maybe you need to take a look in the mirror and go, hey, maybe I should stop throwing the ball so lazily across.
Especially when your 2 best scorers or your 2 best players are your top turnover machines.
yeah.
How many did you say Anthony Edwards averages?
3.1.
Does anybody have any info on the NBA Cup?
On the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
What about it?
Like, has it kicked off yet? I
Oh,
don't know.
it kicked off. They kicked off
It
this
has,
last
yeah.
week.
Yeah,
Do they just go from conferences and then how I never really exactly understood how they do that.
they got like pools
Yeah. Hold on
that
real
they just
quick.
randomly and like we lost one. We lost the game to Portland, or the Wolves did, and then we won against the Kings.
So we're
Fair.
1-1.
Yeah, barely won against the Kings. They should have.
So is it
Thank
like a round robin tournament for each pool, and then whoever has the best record goes to the next group?
I think, and then it's also point differential.
It goes that deep?
Oh,
Yeah.
it does.
So
Well,
the Wolves are not going to make it because they lost their game by like 15, and then they only beat the Kings by like 2. So
I know, John,
2 or
this makes
3.
you happy. The Lakers are 2-0 in their group for the
Hell
NBA
yeah.
Cup.
And they're the defending champions.
They are the defending
NBA
champions.
Cup. Who I know we all say that, a lot of people said that the NBA Cup is trash, but I feel like also you have to like build some tradition. And with the NBA Cup now, what you just said is perfect. They're the defending champs of the NBA Cup.
Who's going to stop them?
Who's gonna knock them off? Don't they
who's gonna
get
say
paid
they can't
extra
do
money
it?
or something too for winning this thing?
They get
Yeah,
everyone
they
gets gets $500,000.
Oh my god, per a player?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before
Oh.
taxes.
I'd be trying to get that cup.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm like, put me in, coach.
So you don't think the Timberwolves?
Uh-huh.
You don't even think the Timberwolves are even gonna make the cup thing?
Well, they'd have to like blow out their
Next, like,
They'd have
couple
to, like-
opponents.
yeah. They'd have to like get like 30-point wins in both games.
Let's put those good vibes out there. Let's win 30-point games. Win the NBA Cup. Knock down
That'd be
the
nice because I feel
NBA
like
Cup champs.
that'd be nice. I feel like the Wolves have only played in close games recently.
Oh, yeah. It's like, my God, what are we doing? You know,
I'm gonna look at the schedule. I have it up here. It is 120, 117, 130, 126, then the 106, 98.
we lost
one-
to the Blazers back to back.
Yep.
That was rough.
What at your job? What's the word on the backside of everything? What are people saying? Are they like being like, you know what, maybe the Timberwolves should move, or are they saying that maybe we should gotta do better marketing and get people out here and try to get more people in the stands and
Those
maybe
games are jam
Yeah,
packed.
getting people in the is not a problem. Like,
so
Target
the
center's
games
always-
are still jam packed.
oh yeah,
So that's good. So we haven't lost that much hype.
no,
That's,
No, I mean,
everyone still wants to believe in this team after what happened last year.
I don't blame them. I believe. I'm a believer. Are you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
believers? I believe.
always.
I mean, their win on Sunday was big. The big
Against the
3,
Suns.
yeah, the big game-winning 3 from Randall. That instills confidence.
That offensive push off. I'm playing around. That was a flop.
Yeah,
That was
That
a
was-
flop.
it was Josh Okogie. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
He flopped so hard. He said,
God.
It
I
is
hated
what
that
it
guy
is.
when he played for the Wolves.
I know, right? But I look at the Wolves and they're 8-6. Then you have Denver that's in their conference, or in the Northwest standings that are 8-5. Then you have Oklahoma who's number 1 with 11-4. So we can definitely still take this. Still a lot of game left to be played. And there's
Oh, yeah.
72 games or something like that left.
I mean, I agree. When you look at the standings, like Denver, Minnesota, it sounds better and looks better on paper to be 8-5 than be 8-6, but it's
Oh, yeah.
really not that much of a difference.
No.
No,
And
We're
Denver
only,
is a really good team too.
we're only a half
So-
game back on Denver.
We should be able to take this thing. I'm going to be getting ready to close this up here in a second, but final thoughts. Lakers, do they make a run for it and win the cup?
Yes.
we'll see.
The rookie leads them all the way in. Maybe
They're not my
gets
team,
the
John.
first-
What do you want me to say?
Maybe the rookie gets the cup MVP, the first rookie MVP cup player.
We'll see.
And then they bring back Bronny James to
No.
play in the championship.
No.
He gets his layup in.
Bronny
the first
James
son
is gonna-
of the king to get a layup in the cup of
Bronny James is going to stay in the G League for a little bit here. Kinnett is
The
not
rest
going to
of-
win.
for the rest of the season.
Yep, Kinnett's not going to sit there and get the MVP. We all know it's going to be LeBron. Throughout this whole thing, LeBron.
Last year, it wasn't him, I don't think.
it was probably Austin.
What I have
Reeves.
here, no,
Who was
what
it?
It was
D'Lo.
Anthony Davis. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not.
I'm flying around.
Anthony Davis. D'Lo has to go. Okay, I got to keep moving here. And then the Timberwolves, you think that they can place in a top 3 seed by the end of the year?
No, I'll say top 4.
At
Top
this
4.
point, I'm gonna have to say top 4.
Top 4. And
Top
then
4 or 5.
you guys still believe it's all going through the Celtics?
Yep. There's no other way. It's going
100%.
through Tatum. It's going to go through Tatum.
And you think it's all going through on the West? It's going through who's number 1 again?
Golden State. And
you think
It's not gonna.
No,
It's not gonna go through the Warriors.
no.
Who do you
I
think is
think
going through in the West?
It's gonna. The West is a toss up right now. I can't tell you.
and if I had to choose, if I had to,
Oh boy, he's gonna say the Lakers.
no, I'm gonna say
Oh.
OKC.
That's fair.
OKC once Holmgren comes back, they're gonna be dangerous.
Oh yeah, because they're killing it without him right now. So it's
Yeah.
What
like
happened to him? I didn't even know he was out.
I can't remember
It's
what
like I
happened.
think it was a knee injury or something.
I'm
Or
just
no,
glad
it's a back injury.
So LeBron James didn't step on his foot. Good. Okay.
Yeah. Get revenge.
All right, guys. Well, I have nothing else to say. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to say before we close out here?
I got nothing.
All right, guys. Well, I
Think
want to
we're
thank you
good.
for listening and watching to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We want to hear from you, and you'll hear from us soon.
Peace.
Cheers.